Hello, welcome to a gameplay video of me playing around with Tower 57. I've already completed this on the hardest mode possible, and you can see the last battle, or at least the remnants of that, and you can see by pressing the tab key in this case we can check out the map. This is where I'm supposed to be going. So first of all, let's try to get out of the former death zone and let's try to explore this game. And as you can see, this game is one of those top-down shooters that reminds me of the Chaos Engine, and this looks like the exit. And part of the problem of this game is finding your way towards the exit by completing a number of tasks on the way. And I've already completed a number of tasks. So you can see there are enemies to shoot, and I'm using the Tesla gun, which is, for my money, the most powerful in the game. See a first aid kit on the floor, and the red bar on my counter on the top left shows my health, which is full, so that's fine. The blue bar underneath it shows the power meter of my secondary weapon, which in this case, with this character, it's a lockpick, but I don't need to pick any locks in this particular room. We have a number of guns at our disposal, and just by using the basic gun that saves ammunition, you can see all kinds of toxic gunk emerging from all this stuff. So what I'm going to do is actually switch over to the flamethrower, and hopefully that stuff will burn along the way, and that won't be too much of a hazard for us. And yes, virtually everything is destructible in this game, and fully destructible environments are fun and friendly in a game like this. Taking a look again at the instrument panel, we can see, well, we can't see at the moment because it's just changing to a new location, but we'll see in the very centre all of our limbs are in place. That's the green character, and you can see by swapping to a different character, it means that some of our limbs are in yellow, and that means they've been damaged. With this character, her secondary weapon is a freeze time weapon, and I won't reveal any of the subplots in the game or interviewing any characters to give that away, and I won't be exploring any of these areas either, but by blowing away the walls sometimes it reveals the way to go. In this case, the way to go is highlighted on that map, and after a furious battle it's a case of trying to find the health and trying to find the ammo upgrades, restock, resupply. And this particular character, she has a weakened torso, weakened arms, so we're going to have to fix that next time we find a shop. Taking a look at the next target, it's a sweatshop, and we have to get there via a monorail, and so this is the town that we can return to every now and again in the game, and here we can pick up extra health, all the weapons that we need, extra limbs and all the upgrades that we need, and also we can revive dead characters. In the very centre middle of the screen you can see 3 character icons. One of those is crossed out with a red cross, that means he's been killed, but luckily we can go to this voodoo lady and revive him because we've picked up an orange power orb along the way. So let's revive that character. This game has a few RPG elements in there. You can upgrade the gun and your weaponry all you like. You can upgrade the character and the armor level, and you can buy secondary weapons of course as well. All of that takes money, and you'll need a good helping of cash in this game. And for my money, the best way to get money is to go behind the bar in the town and use the slot machines, and from here we can hopefully gain a bit more cash. You can see the payouts on the left hand side, and what we really need to get is 3 green eyeballs, and that will give us a whopping 200 credits. And yes, I have managed to get over 10,000 credits before now, simply by milking this particular slot machine. And it is possible to milk it and get as much money as you can out of this game, tool up all your characters to the max from the start and get all the best weaponry as well, tool that up as well to start. But for my money, I think it's pretty boring playing the slot machine for an hour just to do that. So what I'm actually doing is saving up for 1,300 credits. That should buy me a few upgrades for our characters, and it should also give us an extra torso upgrade, which is body armor. Just like Syndicate, we'll need that to upgrade our central character. I've been playing Tower 57 on and off for quite a while now, and Tower 57 is a game that you can replay a number of times because there are a few characters in there, and I forget the names of the characters, of course, and even though I've just looked them up just a second ago, they've just sprung out of my mind, and I can't remember. But I usually take the same 3 characters into every battle, and one of those is a woman that I usually play. This is that character, again I forget the name, and I also play as the spy, who's this middle character. You can see of the 3 that I've chosen, of I think 6 characters in the game, and that's the spy has a lockpick tool, and also we have the diplomat, which is the last character, and he has a flamethrower. You can see I've managed to upgrade the Tesla gun on this lady's weapon, and I think she's known as actually the scientist, and that again reminds us of the Chaos Engine. And the diplomat, you can see, well, he's got the flamethrower and haven't really upgraded that, so I suppose I could upgrade that. And also we gain a number of special weapons as well. We can carry up to 3 weapons in the game, and we always have an unlimited supply of rapid fire shotgun weaponry, which is actually the rifle. And you can see you can upgrade all those things, and it's very hard when you can't remember what it's supposed to be saying on the thing. The machine gun is what I'm supposed to be saying. That's the middle weapon. Everybody has a machine gun, and I like to power up that machine gun right from the start. And you can see everybody has the Tesla weapon as well, which is virtually the best weapon in the game, so let's increase that damage for the spy. And she also has the flamethrower as well, and increasing the damage of the stock weapon is always helpful, because when you run out of ammo you'll be down to that stock weapon. And the spy is useful in this case because she has what looks like a power glove, and that unlocks a minigame. We can unlock locked doors, and unlocking locked doors can be helpful. And in this game all you have to do is press 1 key and you can activate that. And so let's return, swap characters again, and let's fix up this character and have that cash. Let's buy some extra torso, which is expensive at 1,000 credits, but we can afford it, and that will also switch on the automatic healing. So self-healing will means that we can stand around and repair our health 100%. That is very helpful. And we've upgraded the right arm already. That gives us an extra 10% power from the weapons, and we haven't bothered to upgrade the left arm at all. And unfortunately her torso is still bad. You can see yellow on the left side of our body icon, and so you can swap between characters on this particular screen any number of times, but I think you can only swap characters a limited number of times when you're playing the level, and if one character dies then that will be replaced by another character. And so let's make our way now towards the next objective. We've powered the stock gun up on a number of characters, and we've bought the body armor for this particular one. So all we have to do, hopefully, is to find that objective. And they mentioned something about a monorail, so let's make our way over there, and let's not bother buying anything else in town. In our next objective, we get a unique soundtrack and also a unique storyline, and in this storyline we have to take down a boss of a factory, and a corrupt factory boss is my kind of mission. Sometimes the exit will close off and you can't do anything about that, and sometimes these storylines are trivial, so you can ignore those if you're not too interested in the story. But those cops will try and gun us down, and they're pretty hard targets. So in this particular case, it's best to gun them away before they destroy you. Thanks to the Destructible Environments, you can have fun blowing those up with a variety of weapons, and you won't get to see much action in this particular playthrough because I'm not going to show you any hard enemies or any secrets. I'm just going to continue from where I left off, and this is me actually playing the game. And yes, I seem to not be able to open that fence. In this game you have to observe switches, and in this particular case there is a computer in the foyer which opens up that door. Sometimes the switches are hidden behind objects, you have to blow them up. But in this case all we have to do is to interact with that computer, and we can open up that automatic fence, and then having done so it will probably take us onto a death zone where we'll have to fight for our very survival. And you can see we can even read things like posters and signs, and these give away the story. You can also interact with news terminals as well if you want to find out all the backstory of this game. By pressing the right mouse button, and yes, I am using a mouse and key combination for this particular try because I find that that's the best controls. And if you use the right mouse button you can activate the secondary weapon, and in this case the secondary weapon is a time slowdown feature, so that means that we have all the time to take out those enemies, but unfortunately the slowdown time doesn't last very long. Flashing blue bar on the bottom shows that we have a full freeze time, but I like to hold on to the freeze time until I really need that. And in this particular case I'm choosing to move on to the next objective, and I'm pretty sure that there is actually a way to stop the fire from erupting on this conveyor belt, because it didn't happen on my previous play, but because I can't see the switch to turn it off, I'm just going to walk through it and set on fire. I hope that our auto reviving body armor will give us back that health. part of the problem is staying alive, and we have managed to stay alive in this particular case. And that opens up the exit door, and now all we need to do is to find some more health. And usually they are littered in boxes. You can either find coins or health, and this game is quite generous with the health. I wouldn't say it's amazingly generous because you could be hunting around for that for ages, but when health does appear, it is a godsend. It means that this character is now fully restored. We can get on and use the scientists to hopefully get a bit further in this level, and when the action appears, it really is action-packed. And like I said, I'm not showing you any of the action-packed scenes in this particular footage. I'm just exploring a bit of this level, and the one boss that we'll see in this particular footage isn't that hard at all, particularly not with this gun. That's the exit now open, and you can see that just by wandering near coins we can collect them, and I'm hoping to gain maybe 1,000 coins during this particular play, and then I can upgrade some more of my characters and get the stats built up next time we visit a shop. In the meantime, we haven't visited the save spot in quite some time, and it is possible to save the game so long as you find a save spot, which is a tent in the middle of the level, and as long as you find that, then you can save it up. But because we haven't, then we can't save up our progress, and I'm actually going to swap to a different character here, and then she takes the punishment and the fire damage, and that saves our main character for when we really need that. Now you can see yet another locked door, so we're going to, well, in this case, use the key that we picked up and collect those extra collectibles which the scientist really needs to power up. That weapon is a lasso of energy, and that only works with 2 players, but I'm not actually sure how to get that working, so that's a useless item in the game. And you will find, despite balances going on, there is a huge difference in the weapons of this game. The flamethrower is practically useless, but that's good for some certain situations, and if you can find the chainsaw, that is a really good weapon. Definitely recommend that. But usually I stick to the Tesla weapon all the way through because I can power that up with multiple arcs, and that takes on multiple enemies all at once. Sometimes it can be boring to pad around the level collecting all these coins, and you don't have to do that, of course, but sometimes the coins fall on the other side of walls and you have to travel around the level to get them. And so you can see that we are now making our way through to another objective. The levels are quite linear in this game, but not very, and sometimes you can take different routes to complete the same level and cut out lots of the landscape by doing that. You can see that particular item is where we can buy extra health and extra ammo, but we're okay for health and ammo at the moment, so that looks like the way that we need to go. The end door is locked and we could use the lockpick from the spy, but I'm just going to carry on anyway, and that usually locks the door behind us, and the game automatically saves so that now that we're facing the boss, we can take that on. And the boss in this case is very easy. All you need to do is to overload his energy grid with whatever weapon you've got available, and then you can simply take on the boss directly. guarantee as soon as I activate the slow time weapon, then the boss will disappear and use that slow time to not appear until it disappears, and then we can attack the boss again. And most bosses in this game are pretty easy, but you can find a few that are rock hard unless you have the fully powered up weapon. And you can see we'll have to avoid those glowing missiles even after the game was paused, just so we don't take any more damage. And again, it can be fun blowing up these random elements dotted around that level. And you can see in the bottom corner a save point that the game has automatically saved for us. And you can see yet another save point here, and I think that we are actually going to save the game at this point. And this is actually a tank that we can use, and that will help us to destroy the enemies. And I think it's great that you can occasionally go into certain things like a tank and destroy enemies, but using a rocket launcher against these small things is actually wasting our shield. We're actually blowing up and taking damage on our own firepower, as we shall see in a moment. We will blow up using our own firepower, which is not ideal, but ordinarily the tank gives us a breather and some extra health, and it means that we can use that thing to destroy some hard enemies. Looks like that we found an ambush situation with a number of tanks and a number of guards, so this will not be easy. Luckily, the Tesla weapon will shoot all the walls, and its great blood effect spurts out of those guys, and you can destroy barrels to try and get rid of these cannons and these guns, but unfortunately I've died, and that means our secondary character can take over. Unfortunately, when I revived this guy, I forgot to put a right arm onto him because he got bitten off by an animal, and without a right arm he doesn't have a weapon, and so all you can do is to fire a very weedy weapon, and without an upgrade shop. And yes, you can find upgrade shops to buy limbs on the level, but without one of those it means that this guy cannot fire a weapon, and the door is stuck, so unfortunately we are stuck with it. That means we've got one character left, and this character is not going to survive, so I'm going to have to go back to this save spot after I die and continue on with that level. But this gives you some idea of the game and how I play it, and you will die lots of times playing this game, and it's completely random how each stage plays out depending on what you blow up at the time and how lucky you are with those shots. I'm just going to use the standard weapon to destroy this tank at arm's reach because he has a certain radar, and that guy jumping out of the tank is not really handy because those guys really do take lots of hits to knock out, and you do need a powerful weapon. You can see the guy that died has given me the secondary weapon, so I'll take the scientist's slowdown and I'll use her weapon to destroy this guy. And it's handy to do that, but I'll also need the lockpick later on, so I'm about to collect that. Even though we're about to run out of health, there's always a chance that we'll find health in one of these boxes. So thank you for joining me as I play this game, and really haven't got very far with this mini review, but you can see there is a lot to this game, a lot of depth to it, and there's a lot of firepower later on. It can get immense and it can get busy as well, but that's all my lives used up. And apart from this guy who doesn't have a right arm, that means I'm about to die in this game. And so this game is huge, it's got lots of levels, and you will enjoy yourself playing this if you haven't played it before. toughness is on the medium level, and I'd certainly recommend the easy level if you're going to play this game, and obviously the Tesla weapon. Thank you very much.